Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Rotten Egg Stories, where we share stories, explore lessons, and help each other navigate life's messy human moments. Today, we're diving into a story about memory, love, and the longing for closure. A Reddit confession from someone reflecting on a fleeting relationship from 16 years ago that still lingers in his mind. Before we begin, I want you to imagine a moment from your past. A person or experience that shaped you in some way. Hold that thought, and let's unpack this together. Me, 36M, married to my wife. 36F, 11 years, and I can't stop thinking about a girl I dated for 1 month 16 years ago. I have what I consider to be a good, healthy relationship with my wife. For some reason, though, I recently am unable to stop thinking about a girl I dated 16 years ago for the entirety of a month. The relationship was normal for two 20-year-olds. We liked to low-key hang out and have lots of sex. The relationship ended abruptly one day. She and I hung out with a group of people on Saturday night, did our normal at-home thing, then got up Sunday and went to a friend's college graduation party. Then, as I remember it, she seemed super distant and just up and left. That was the end of it. I remember at the time I took the breakup really hard. Called off work 3 days, got super drunk, cried to my friends. The other night I had a dream about her, and in the dream I kept calling her the one that got away. I know that isn't true in any sense of the word. We definitely both went completely different directions in life as far as I know. I don't really know much about her, as we completely stopped talking at the end of our relationship and never stayed friends. Ever since that dream, I have been rehashing those 4 to 5 weeks, 16 years ago, over and over again in my mind. It's driving me nuts. I am not sure how to bring this up to my wife, or even if I should mention it. I've read a few self-help articles saying this all really points to me just never getting closure on the relationship. Any and all advice would be greatly appreciated. Now, let's take a look at the top comments from the Reddit thread. These responses offer valuable perspectives on the situation, and we'll unpack them further in a moment. Normality is Restored says, "Don't mention this to your wife. This is your midlife crisis problem to deal with. You are fearing aging and fearing growing older with things undone. This isn't about that girl 16 years ago. It's about you worrying about all the things you haven't done with your life. Therapy for you, or lean to deal with the fact that you are going to get older and there will always be other things that you can't be a part of." Bama10 agrees. Yeah, definitely don't mention that to the wife. And Binksy shares, "A lot of the time it's easy to romanticize something that happened forever ago because you forget about the bad parts and all the reasons that person wasn't meant for us. Just remember that it ended for a reason and you love your wife." My perspective. This story speaks to something deeply human, the way our minds revisit the past, sometimes with rose-colored glasses. The dream that sparked these feelings wasn't about the girl herself. It was about the unresolved emotions tied to that brief chapter of your life. And I think it's important to acknowledge that without judgment. First, let's talk about closure. Often we think of closure as something external, a conversation, an explanation, or even an apology. But real closure comes from within. It's about accepting what happened, recognizing how it shaped you, and letting go of the narrative that you need something more to move forward. It's also worth exploring why this memory is surfacing now. Is there something missing in your life currently that's making the past feel like a safer place to dwell? Are you feeling stagnant or longing for a sense of adventure? These questions might lead you to what's really driving these emotions. As for whether to bring this up with your wife, tread carefully. Relationships thrive on honesty, but this is a deeply personal issue that doesn't necessarily require her involvement. At least not yet. Talking to a therapist or journaling your feelings could be a healthier first step. Your wife deserves your love and attention in the present, not the weight of your unresolved past. Finally, let's reframe this experience. Instead of seeing the past as undone, view it as a stepping stone that led you to where you are now. That brief relationship, however intense it felt, ended because it wasn't meant to last. But it taught you something about yourself, and maybe even prepared you to recognize the lasting love you have with your wife. To anyone out there who's caught up in memories of the past, remember this: your life isn't behind you. The best chapters are still ahead. Reflect, learn, and then refocus on the present, because that's where your power lies. If this story resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you ever struggled with letting go of the past? Share your experience in the comments, and let's support each other through these moments of growth. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who might need a little perspective today. Until next time, take care of yourselves and keep moving forward.